I set up Red Beetle Films 5 years ago, and we've produced documentaries, dramas, animations and videos for businesses, charities, government departments, educators. But this is the first time that we've ever been in front of the camera, and it is terrifying.
All right, rolling.
A key part of our business is intellectual property, in particular copyright. If we don't carefully protect our copyright, or we accidentally infringe somebody else's copyright, it could be disastrous for us as a company and for our clients. When we make a film for somebody else, we will originally own the copyright, but as part of the contract, we'll usually transfer it over to the client or license it to a broadcaster.
Knowing about copyright is a necessary life skill. It can help you protect your own stuff, but also stop you getting into trouble using someone else's. I didn't really learn a lot about copyright at school. I knew that it was an automatic right that I had when I created something. But nobody really said, okay, this is what you need to know. It was my parents that told me if you want to stay out of trouble, you shouldn't use other people's footage or music without asking permission first. I started to learn a lot more about copyright as soon as I started uploading films to YouTube. There's loads of information on the Cracking Ideas site that had some cool copyright stuff, which, to be honest with you, I'd wish I'd known when I started making films.
We've had a few cases where our films have been copied and uploaded by others onto YouTube, but we've simply contacted YouTube, confirmed that we own the copyright, and then YouTube has taken down those films that are infringing our copyright. When I was in uni, I really didn't give copyright a second thought. We were experimenting and making films and didn't want to get tied down by copyright law. But then one of the films suddenly became a little bit more successful, won some awards and some money, was entered into festivals, and the four of us who were involved in making the film hadn't established at the outset who owned the copyright to the film, and it could have all turned a little bit nasty. So my advice is, before you start any project or film or video, establish who owns the copyright when you're working with collaborators. For us now in business, it's essential that we do that. Another lesson that we learned from that film was that we didn't have the right permissions or licenses for any of the music that we used in it. So in the end, we were limited as to where we could show it, and we certainly couldn't use it commercially. So my advice is, again, make sure you get the right permissions and licenses. It's a digital age, and it's so easy for companies to track who's using their videos, music or photographs, that if you're using it without permission, you are going to get caught out.
When we create a film, it's something quite unique. If the copyright is then sold on, as creators we could ask for our moral rights to be recognised, and that's just a mention in the credits. So copyright is all about respecting other people's work, and it really can help you in all walks of life.
From asking your prom photographer to transfer their copyright over to you so you don't suddenly start appearing in all their adverts.
Putting somebody else's photos on your business website without asking permission.
Or even putting Justin Bieber's new track over your free-running video.
You should never do that, not even if you have permission.
So, if you want to work in the creative industries, you really do need to understand and respect copyright. Is that right?
Copyright?
Is that right?
Copyright.